I'm making plays. Y'all know where to find me. You be looking center stage. 24/7, we ain't never taking breaks. Got a lot to learn. Think you better know the game. Yeah, y'all don't let the match. Finally got the belt, now I think I'll give it back. A 24/7 grind, put me on the map. I think you probably should try to study how I move, that's a fact. Yeah, y'all don't let the match. I got the belt and I ain't gon' give it back. Yeah, y'all don't let the match. I got the belt and I ain't gon' give it back. Yeah, I'm making plays. And I can do this all day, you know I'ma make it plays. Yeah, I'm making plays. And I can do this all day, you know I'ma make it plays. Yeah, take it to the bank. Yeah, they call me Showtime, y'all know who to thank. Got the pressure on, gotta do this real big, no thing. I'ma get the dub, what do y'all think? Yeah, I'm making plays. Y'all know where to find me, you be looking center stage. 24/7, we ain't never taking breaks. Got a lot to learn, think you better know the game. Cause I've been making plays. Yeah, I'm making plays. And I can do this all day, you know I've been making plays. Yeah, I'm making plays. And I can do this all day, you know I've been making plays. Cause I've been making plays. Better know the game. Cause I've been making plays. Better know the game. Yeah, I'm making plays. And I can do this all day, you know I've been making plays. Yeah, I'm making plays. And I can do this all day, you know I've been making plays.
Da, 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 da. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Bum, 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 bum.
What's up, party people of the AACL, the All-American Collegiate League? What's going on? What's happening? What's cracking? It's been forever since I've hung out with all of you. It's been a whopping 34 minutes, I think. I know. Listen, I get it. Lots of people go through Dave withdrawals. It's probably what you're going through right now. I am a Hall of Famer. I am, I get it. I get a lot of that. Real quick, Crazy Canuck, the first one in the chat, followed by my BFF, Stream Elements, and then Frank Doom, who thought he was first in the house, but he was third. Yogi Barb, Clams, Dave Axis, David Leathers, the man with the best first name in the history of all creation and mankind. Frank Doom, that was not very nice of you to say. Let me see who else is here. Not very many other people. Yogi, Freddie, Gunny, Twin Screw, Michaela. We only got about 15 people in here right now. So I guess nobody gives a fuck about the state of Alabama, apparently, since Auburn, Alabama, is going to go to town tonight. It's going to be Auburn at Alabama. Auburn looking for some revenge. Let me bring in my play-by-play man. The one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend, Yogi Bar himself. Yogi, what's going on, bro?
I'm going to be calling this first game of rivalry week.
It's crazy. So you got Auburn, right? If they lose this game, they have an opportunity to be the first and only team to ever go from the championship to the toilet bowl in one season. And then you've got Alabama at 9-5 with a couple other teams really fighting for that 3-5 spot, most likely. It's going to be a crazy one, bro.
You're putting a lot of pressure on Auburn to play out of that toilet bowl game.
I want to see it, bro. I want it to happen so bad. Because, dude, I like history, man.
Yeah,
That's
I think
what it
you're
is.
going to get your wish. I think you're going to get it tonight.
I mean, we'll see. I would not put it up. Oh, I fucked up the ODU to conservative thing. I put a comma instead of a dash. My bad. You can talk about that in a minute. But let me bring in your analyst, the stat man himself, Special K in the house. Keith, what's going on with you tonight, buddy?
I mean, I really can't tell you how excited I am for this matchup to be the first one this week. Like I said in the show, this has fireworks written all over it. I can't wait.
It does. I wouldn't put it past, like we talked about in the show, the whole Pink Lisa and her wide receiver crew. And you know who we didn't talk about, Keith? Fox Highwind, who is one of the better receiving halfbacks in all the league.
Yep. Yeah, he absolutely is one of the better receiving halfbacks in the league. And I think something else that's important for them is they've been utilizing him in the run game a lot more since they've gone away from that Cal playbook. Because before they did that, he was sitting last or close to last in rushing yards in the league among running backs, and so it's good to see him finally getting some more play time, which I think he's needed this season.
Yep, agreed. That Old Dominion playbook has been helping him out a lot. Doing the soundboard for us in Game 1 of Rivalry Week here is DJ Clamsy Whamsy on the ones and twos on the wheels of steel. Clams, how are you doing tonight? Don't let me guess. Let me guess. You're vibing.
I am though. Like, do you listen? Do you rather have me be vibing or do you want me to be grumpy? Which one?
Can you be grumpy vibing? Because that would be kind of fun.
Oh, I can. Trust me. That's low key. I'm on the verge of it. But
really, you could be grumpy vibing.
Yeah, I can easily.
Oh, that would be legit.
I work at a fucking daycare, right? You have to be like vibing and go with the flow so much, but you can be really pissy at the same time.
I get that. That's why I didn't have any more kids after my first two, and why I've told my kids not to have any kids. So that's why I'm always fucking vibing, baby. What's up?
I don't know. I was talking. I had to be in a wedding, and they were talking about like the groom. He like took on 2 kids, and he doesn't have kids, and whatever. And I was like, well, my 2. I was like, one's autistic, one has diabetes, and the other one they were like trying to compete, and I was like, y'all, shut up. And they're like, what? And I was like, I have adopted like 70 other children, and they just stared at me.
That's it. I mean, kudos to you. Thank God God put that on your heart and not on mine. So there you go. Alabama, your team's playing tonight, so you don't get to talk too much, but I appreciate you being here to do the board.
Yay.
All right, Yogi, I'm going to let you and Keith talk about this game for a couple minutes while I wrap it up. It's just about ready, so you don't have to take too long, but Auburn at Alabama, the Iron Bowl to kick things off here in Week 15, Rivalry Week in Season 3 of the AACL. Yogi, Keith, take it away.
Yep, the 2024 Iron Bowl. We're here in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. It's 57 degrees at Bryant-Denny Stadium. What are you looking for tonight, Keith?
Yeah, I think 2 things for Alabama I think that are keys they haven't done in recent weeks. Connor Darien, they really need to get him going. He has been on the struggle bus pretty much all season. He doesn't get a ton of carries, doesn't have a ton of yards, doesn't have a ton of touchdowns as a result. I don't know why they're kind of allergic to running the ball, but I think that would need to change tonight. Really, my big question about this game is who will control the pace of this game, because these 2 teams are very similar in play style. It seems like things can switch on a dime really quick. Things can go really fast, and I think it's very important that the team that controls kind of how this game goes and how fast or slow things go, I think they're going to come out on top.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with what you were saying about Fox earlier. And I think he's like the master of the screen pass running. That's the way they were getting usage out of him in the first half of the season.
That is true.
He could be a contributing factor tonight if he gets going with that and the run. So we'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to seeing this.
Oh yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yep. So we're ready, Dave, whenever you are. Here we go, Bryant-Denny Stadium on a nice sunny day. Great weather for this game, 57 degrees, football weather. Number 11, Auburn, going against number 3, Alabama. in real life.
Seems like it's taken forever for the weather to finally cool down
Yep.
this
It's
year.
cooling down quick, though.
Let's go.
Not going to be returning that Wyndham sink. Be the first snap of rivalry week. Yeah, slide. Little. Don't know what the objective of that play was. Maybe put it in their head for later. The fake.
Yeah,
This
Alabama.
is a certified hood classic.
It's not uncommon for them to run a QB draw with Ware.
Yep.
Pretty good at it too. Ooh, that's a nice
There's
little
your
run
boy
there.
Darian. There's your boy Darian. 13 yards right up the middle.
Yeah, he
Good
had a
run.
big old hole there.
Yeah, he had a great lane to run through. They fake it this time. Come underneath. Donnie Cucci,
Damn it.
the extra man in the formation. You always got to watch out for the Cucci. Tried to get outside. He got enough for the first down, but just barely. Picked up two.
I thought the blocking there was a little better than what it actually was. But yeah, I mean, it did enough.
Almost looked like Auburn had more people flow into the play than they had blockers.
Right.
Oh. Nice stiff arm. That was a hard fought too. But could have lost 4 too.
Right. Yeah, that play looked doomed from the start, but
Yep. 4 wide set. Gonna hand it off again. Oh! That's Trey. Trey coming in doing some power lifting.
yeah, I think Trey is a different style runner than Connor Darien. He's not too far off of him, but I think he's just a little different to the point where it makes a difference, and Auburn needs to watch out for him.
Right. Still running people over. I think he got enough. Just barely.
Yeah, he did.
2 2nd and 2s, 2-yard gains.
Let's go.
That one looked like a little bit more of a maybe questionable spot, but I mean, I'm not complaining about it.
That's how you put a drive together. Coming out slinging on this first down play. Wyndham Sink getting him involved. It's always a good thing for them.
Oh yeah, he's like we said, he's one of that core trio that's always really good.
Somebody's open, yes. If he could get that pass off, because they had some defensive backs blitzing on that play. Three-man front and 4 wide, so looks like they're looking for the pass. Wide open. Cucci. Cucci.
Yeah, it's Cucci.
Let's go.
Found that soft spot in the middle that we know is very prevalent in the 4-2-5.
In that zone, yep. Quick pass.
Ooh,
And
look
got
at
him. Wow. Trayshawn Holden. Nice play. Quick pass. Got a couple of blocks out there too, I believe.
Right, yeah, he had the one big one by the slot receiver.
Yep.
I always hate how those plays look, just because it looks like those plays are just waiting to get picked off. But
Yeah.
they've actually been pretty successful this season so far.
No pitch available, but shakes
Look
off
at that.
first tackler. Nice run. Where?
Let's go.
That was a nice little spin move there. That was
Yeah,
off
it
of
was.
contact too, it looked like.
It was. Yeah, I think he got hit a yard back in the backfield. Sets up a 2nd and goal from the just outside the 1. Get rid of it. Throws it away.
Yeah,
Lives
that's a
fight
smart
another
play.
down. Yeah.
I thought he was maybe trying to hit the wide receiver running the slant across the middle, like just waiting for it to open up, but there's too many guys there.
I think it's the hardest pass to throw in football. Pass and play from the 1 yard line.
Right. Case
batted
in point.
down. Yeah.
No, he got it. It was just for a big loss.
Emotional damage.
Oh, what the heck? I thought he just threw it into alignment.
I don't know. I don't know if they were trying to run like a tunnel screen or something.
Special play.
It wasn't there.
No, it wasn't.
And I think he should have just thrown it to one-on-one coverage on the outside, taking the chance.
Yeah, I mean they'll take 3 though. It's points on the board.
Open and drive.
Especially with how much time they took off the clock. I mean, they took what 3.5 minutes off the clock. That's a lot of time for one drive.
They were getting 10 yards at a time exactly, but they kept moving the chains enough to get it down there and kick that field goal.
And I think importantly, they were having success in the run game early on.
Yeah. Got it out to him. Clamsy with her first catch. Atta girl.
Yeah, I think I saw a prediction in the chat. Someone said 6 catches for 70 yards and 2 touchdowns for Clams tonight.
Wow. You see that happening. Pink Lisa with the run. Seen a little more of that the second half of the season from her.
Yeah, I mean, she's always a dangerous runner.
Yeah.
I think that's well established by this point.
Oh, too many people coming. Couldn't get away from them all.
Yeah, those speed options are so weird. But, I mean, when you're Pink Lisa and you can just ram over everyone, it doesn't really matter until half the team swarms you like it did there.
4 wide for Auburn. 2nd and 13. That's a good way to pick up half of it.
Yeah.
Sets up like 3rd and 7.
Seemed like a longer throw than it maybe needed to be.
Yeah. There's the screen.
There's the screen. There you go.
He's the best screen runner in the league, no question.
Yeah.
In my book.
It's either him or Lil Cy, one of the two.
Yeah.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Jimmy John, the deflection. Yeah, one thing, this far into a drive, you would have thought one of these big defensive linemen would have stood up and made a play by now. They haven't been able to.
Yeah, no, we really haven't seen that. Well, there you go.
There you go. It was about time.
Oh, yeah.
They've been doing it all season.
Yeah, right. Man, right tackle and I don't know if that was a center. Might have been.
Somebody tried to chip him, but it was too late.
Yeah, they both got burned there.
Sets up a long 3rd and 16.
Oh, and they go with the draw.
Field position, I guess.
I suppose. It's always annoying when you're in 3rd and long and your team just seemingly gives up. It's annoying as hell. That's a good looking punt there.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, I think it's in the end zone. Oh, it did go in the end zone. It looked like it was definitely going to the sideline there for at least a little bit.
Hey, definitely try. We got some hockey action popped up in the lower right screen.
Yeah, real quick score update. Brooklyn 3, Miami 2 with a little under 6 minutes left to play in the 3rd period.
Brooklyn 3, Miami 2, a little less than 6 minutes in the 3rd period. And 4 wide for Alabama again. Uh-oh. Nice play.
That is a loss of 5 on the play.
Scott Steiner. I was right.
It's another wrestling related name in this league. There's a couple of them.
Yep, there's a few. 4 wide again. Well, they're kind of
It's
forced.
five. It's 5 wide, I think.
5 wide. Yeah, I couldn't see him. And they throw short. Oh, that's
Oh
close.
my gosh!
Oh, he got 11
got
in
it.
the draw. Oh, he did.
Yeah, he did get it. Ooh, what a play by
Wow.
Wyndham Tank there. He had what,
Big.
4 guys around him? Just fought right through it. No big deal.
Well done.
The speed got him there too.
Steiner with the quarterback sack. No gain
I
on the
couldn't
play.
see downfield, but it looked like that was the right decision to tuck it and run.
Yeah, it seemed a little quick that he took
Yeah.
off, I think. So sometimes you may want your QB to just sit in the pocket a little longer, but it was closing pretty quick. So I don't know. It didn't
Yeah.
seem like a horrible decision.
Boom! What a throw!
Oh, he dropped it.
He dropped it. That was J Rock. Dropped that. Wow.
Wow, that surprises me.
Yeah, me too.
Emotional damage.
Look at that arm. He put some zip
Let's
on
go.
these passes to Wyndham. Another first down for Wyndham. He's a big play receiver.
I think more importantly, it's another one of those intermediate passes over the middle.
Yep.
I know
Well
that this.
done.
I know this time it wasn't someone camped right in the middle of the
Right.
zone, but I mean, it's
Right.
still conceptually it's the same thing.
That was man coverage there, so he did what he had to do. Kept moving.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Darian's running tough tonight.
Oh yeah.
He picked up. Uh-oh. That's what they have to stay away from. Injuries to him have hurt them this year.
Yeah, he's been injured, what, like 3 or 4 times now, I think?
Yeah. Yeah.
Something like that.
Good keep.
Yeah, I was waiting for them to run a read option.
Yep.
I know Auburn's run a couple already, and I think a lot of people know that I love those plays.
Yeah. Oh, not happening this time. Oh, he's shaking off block tackler.
Oh my
What?
gosh.
9-yard run. It could have been
He's
a
over
1-yard
there.
run.
Oop, now he's over there. Oop.
Yeah, you saw those two linebackers or whatever creep up to the line. You knew they were coming.
Yep.
That's still a bold play call.
It's a quick move in first quarter. Oh,
That is a loss of 6 on the play.
everywhere.
Yeah, it looked like he was in the middle of his windup, but yeah, he was
kept
just starting his windup, but he saw him too late.
So that's both ends have made a play now for Auburn. That was a big play.
0 touchdowns in the first quarter. How about that?
Yeah, so maybe Auburn wasn't that far off playing for the punt and playing the field position game.
Yeah, we'll have to see. 3-0 after 1.
All right, here we go starting the second quarter. Alabama comes out in 4 wide again. For the amount of passing, it is surprising we've had such a low-scoring game.
That was a nifty little play to get away from the tackler, get the first
well.
down.
Slade Bolden getting his number called in the Iron Bowl.
Yeah, he's had his number called a few times this season. He's a pretty solid backup there that they have.
Yep. They're in the 4 wide again. Oh, Donnie finding his home in the middle. That's where he seems to hurt you.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That
7 catches for 70 yards.
or on a corner route on the edge.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, nice play. Held him up enough.
With the tackle. No gain. That makes it
Second and 10 from just outside the 10.
Yeah, I'm anticipating at least one run play in the next 2 plays. Here you go. There's one.
Auburn was ready for that.
Yeah. Well, it brings up a passing down, which is what they like to do.
Yep.
Just
They've been
seems like
doing well.
it seems like they're more comfortable with the intermediate passes. This is a little shorter than that, so
Yeah.
we'll see what they call here.
Coochie time. Oh. Ooh. You go no farther.
Nope.
Second catch. Way short. Settling for another field goal.
Special teams, special plays, special players.
Got to feel like that's not enough points for 2 drives inside the 10. Down to
No, it definitely feels like they've left some points on the board with how explosive this offense is, but maybe their explosiveness is almost like their kryptonite in a way, in the sense that they score a lot of their points on long touchdowns and not necessarily in crunch time.
Right. They do seem to throw some long touchdowns, J-Rock.
They do, yeah. Like every game, there's at least one.
Nice play. Pink Lisa. Clamsy. Her second catch.
I think Lisa's been floating some of these passes to the sideline like that so far this game. And those, I swear, every time I see one of those, my heart skips a beat.
Oh, I think that foot
There's
was
a dime.
in.
Look at Fox getting down the field.
Wow. He was picking them up and putting them down.
How about that? Putting your running back out wide and putting him on a corner route.
I told you he was a key player to this game, I thought.
Oh, yeah. Look at this. 4 by 1.
Yep. And run it.
Just run it.
Spread them out and run. Go.
Oh, yeah.
Look at Pink Lisa go.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
That's like the perfect kind of run play to use with Pink Lisa. Get a bunch of guys out of the box.
Again.
And just let her barrel up the middle. Okay, well, this time they pass it. Oh, never mind.
Oh. Stayed in his zone. And slides to a stop. She didn't get to the 20. She got close.
Was that number 52 on Bama? Yeah, buddy, your scholarship is pulled tomorrow after that play. You got to make that tackle.
But coach told me to stay over here and cover the pass.
Right, it's true.
Oh, just throwing it away.
That's probably the difference between a good quarterback and a great quarterback, is knowing when to throw it away.
And how properly to throw it away. Oh, nice play. Abino. Here comes that defensive line.
Yeah, they've made a couple plays tonight. I don't think any D-line has necessarily gotten in a real rhythm, but I think Bama's made more plays tonight for sure.
Oh, that was a tight window.
Oh, yeah.
I almost want to say she hit her.
Special teams, special
It was
plays,
really close.
special players.
Yeah.
I thought for a second that was going to be picked off.
It was a 6-3 game.
Well,
Not what I expected.
No. Nope.
It's the Iron Bowl. Does it change things? Probably.
Right. Heading for two kickers as player of the game.
Yeah.
You know,
Guys
Dave
kicking
loves
off.
that.
Yeah, he loves that.
Fuck kickers.
144-75. That's about what my eyeballs told me I saw in that so far in this game.
Interesting thing.
If they ever come out with a video game that fucking doesn't have to have kickers, that's the one we're fucking moving to.
Oh! Uh-oh.
Oh, great play by Ware.
Oh! That might be J-Rock making up for that drop.
Yeah,
it
that's
was.
true.
Yeah.
In addition to what Dave said, cuck fickers.
Hey, fuck you. I love you.
Yeah, I think that was J-Rock making up for that drop.
Oh, yeah. That was a great play by Ware to just
Yeah, it was.
shrug off the defender like it's nothing and then throw a dart.
I thought he was dead to the world there. That play's going nowhere. Setting up a 2nd and 12.
Yeah.
Nobody's really establishing the run.
No, and to be honest, that's not necessarily the strength of either of these teams.
No, you're right.
Yeah, so that doesn't super surprise me a whole lot. That kind of play right there, that just kind of easy north-south, just try and get yards ASAP. That seems like that's the plan for Alabama,
right,
on the ground.
Short. Trayvon.
Well, it wasn't quite a Racy McMath, but
yeah,
it was a Tracy McBath. That's what it was.
Yeah, I don't think he was one of the primary receivers on that play. Honolulu and Vegas getting ready to play the next game in the Goals playoffs. Okay, after a good defensive stand, they start out 1st and 10 from the 20. And they go 4 wide, spread it out, and run. Fox.
Yeah, Fox is a good north-south runner.
Yeah,
that's his bread and butter, and that's what they've been doing the last few weeks with this ODU playbook, just getting him going downhill. That's what they need.
Keeping him involved in the passing game too.
Right.
We got a reverse. Fooled no one. Nice play. Clamsy on the reverse. Babineau with another tackle for a loss.
Woo! Yeah, I think those reverse plays are a little better if you go further out and try and go around the blocks rather than try and go inside.
Rather than a wide receiver taking on a middle linebacker. Oh, speaking of middle linebacker, Babineau just comes up the middle and gets his 3rd tackle for loss on that sack. Delayed blitz.
Oh, yeah. Textbook linebacker blitz there.
Yeah. Had it 2nd and 2. That's just the way this game is playing. It's a tough defensive game.
Which, of course, is exactly what we expected, right?
Oh, yeah. That's what we talked so much about. Hey, plays over.
Wow, there's 3 minutes left in this first half, and we have yet to see a touchdown. That's wild to me.
Never would have picked it. And this is a huge game for Alabama.
Yep.
There you go.
Look at this
open. They live by the long play.
Yep, they sure do. And, they don't have many long plays like that on the ground by Connor Darien.
No.
But, man, they will take that in a heartbeat.
Yes, they're right back down in here in field goal position.
Yep.
And that one big play. Points. They're just going to get tired here. They keep running him after that long run.
Oh, yeah.
That's when he seems to get hurt.
Yeah, that's true. Well, 3rd time tonight they found themselves in the AACL Red Zone, brought to you by Trick Jerseys.
There you go.
Oh, look at that.
J-Rock with the catch of the night. That's the good hands catch of the night right there.
Oh,
what
yeah.
a pass, too. Touchdown! What a catch. Laid out. Laid out.
Well
nice
done.
catch. That might be... Oh, trash got to go out. That might be Sir J-Rock after that catch. Wow.
Special teams, special plays, special players.
Yeah, I think the key part of that play was, he was just standing there after his route was done, but then he found the space in the middle of the middle of the end zone, in the middle of that void that we keep talking about, that the 4-2-5 has.
Yeah, he just looked like he saw it out of the corner of his eye, that opening, and headed to it.
Oh, yeah.
Gave his quarterback a lane to throw it, definitely.
Also want to give a shout out to the big boys up front for giving everywhere, like all day to throw.
Yep. And you got to think that running of Darien caused that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And of course Auburn trying to do the same thing here with Fox Highwind. They just didn't look like he had any room to run there, but he's
They
shown.
just want to get points. They just want to get points, some kind of points.
Right.
Sets up a 3rd and 2. That's first. That's second catch for Gavin Duke. Been pretty quiet.
Yeah, pass game in general for Auburn has been kind of quiet so far.
Yeah. Yep. Uh-oh.
Oh, that looked like trouble.
Back-footed throw across the field.
Yep.
She didn't do anything wrong.
Emotional damage.
That was every no-no in one pass.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Auburn got away with one there.
Yeah. That leaves Alabama some time.
Number 12 with the return.
Honolulu's up 1-0 first period versus Vegas.
Look at that. 82 total yards by Auburn.
That's crazy. I never would have guessed it.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Is that the Alabama defense rounding into shape for the playoffs? You never know.
They've been playing better the last couple weeks.
That's not going to save any time. Yeah.
No, it's not.
I'm out.
I'm still waiting on Bama to chuck one deep, Yogi.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's coming.
Oh! I thought the one he threw to took off on him.
Oh, I know. Yeah, the DB bailed
Yeah.
on him and it looked like he was going to pick it off, but he never saw it for some reason.
They talk about getting lucky. Oh, there it is. First mistake of the game.
Emotional damage.
Yeah, these two QBs, they're number 1 and number 2 in the league in picks, and there you go.
I believe it.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point, Dave. Yeah, you'd think Lisa's number 1, but it's not. Everywhere is number 1. Not by much, but he is.
Still got 2 more timeouts after this one. They're in decent position to get some points. They got lucky on that.
Yeah, I think the problem is they only have like one play over 15 yards.
Yeah.
They're going to need to find another one soon.
They'll take them 10 at a time. Krista Lizzie.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Yeah, that one looked way too easy for Auburn. And now they're right on the edge of field goal range. Not quite. But
Alabama's trying
close.
not to give up a touchdown.
Oh,
no! Big play. Jackson Bolton, there they are. I think they all 3 got one now.
Certified badass.
That is such a clutch play by Bolton right there.
That defense has been stout tonight.
Yes, they have.
Uh-oh. That sets up 3rd and 14.
That play kind of looked like trouble from the start, didn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of pressure on Lisa. Only so much she could do with it. Oh, there's the mistake back.
Yep. And
there you go.
Emotional damage.
That'll probably end the first half. We'll see what Alabama does with the ball here. Nice pick.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit of a desperation throw by Lisa.
Yeah.
It looked like just scrambling around in the pocket, knew the pocket was collapsing, just had to get rid of it, and didn't throw the ball away like we've seen her do a couple times.
You got to watch out for these long play passes here.
I'm still waiting for it, dude.
Nothing was there. Everything was covered.
No.
They're going to have to go underneath if they want to complete a pass here. In the middle.
Well, they're going with that 3-by-1 formation again.
Yep. Oh, wow.
Oh, he dropped it. That was honestly that was a little fortunate for Bama, I think, because it stopped the clock for them. Granted, I should say it's fortunate if they pick up this first down.
Yeah. They're just going to run the clock.
Which doesn't look like they will.
See if they want to stop it. Auburn stops the clock. Their last time out. Get the ball back.
They should have pretty decent field position here.
Yeah, not awful. 2
Probably
plays
like
and a field goal.
Gonna say my guess would have been around the 40 or something like that, but it's a little short of that.
Good coverage by Alabama.
Yeah, I mean, key for Auburn here, they've got to find another long pass play because I think they only have the one to Fox Highway, and that's about it.
They need to find Gavin Duke here. He needs to make a play. She's just got nobody to throw to, but that's going to help. That's going to help a lot. 19 yards, stops the clock momentarily while they set the ball, so they'll be ready to snap it. Second or two off the clock.
Oh, they're not going to spike it.
No, go for it. Oh, go for it. Go.
Uh-oh.
No, they're all right. They're all right. Take your time. Get this. Oh.
Oh.
It stops the clock. It's going to be tight whether they can spike the ball now.
Well, they need, what about
10 yards, 12 yards?
Ish, something like that. They
I
can
don't know
get
if
it.
they can do both.
They can get it, but it's going to be really tough.
Nice catch. Now run. 8-6. They got time. Hurry.
They can
stop
get
the clock. First down. Yes.
Yeah, they can get it. Oh, yeah, here you go. They're going to spike it.
Getting a field goal attempt out of it.
Spike it. What are you doing? Oh, my gosh.
They had it. She knew what she was doing. She's been around. Calm, cool, and
We end
collected.
up looking like a monkey fucking a football out there.
This could cut it to a
Special teams,
7-point
special
game.
plays, special players.
Properly called by Clancy. 13-6.
Well, that was certainly a half a football, huh, Yogi? I was expecting a one possession game, but not quite like that.
Well, this late in the season, there are no more surprises. You know who you're playing, what they do, what you do. And right now, Alabama is just, their defense is taking over this game.
Yes, they have. They played a great game a couple weeks ago here against Iowa, even though they didn't get the dub. And last week, I mean, they played another pretty solid game against Syracuse. They held them to 26 points total. So they've had a couple pretty good games here the last couple weeks. And yeah, they've got another really good one here. Look at that time of possession. It's basically 2-1 for Bama. Auburn hasn't done anything on the ground. Look at that. Bama has
100 yards more.
Right, yeah. I mean,
129 to 228.
Yeah, I mean, Bama's in control of this game, but like we had kind of talked about earlier, they have 3 possessions in the red zone, and they've come away with field goals on 2 of them, and that is you're flirting with danger doing that against Auburn, but their defense has come to play tonight.
Yeah, and Auburn has a chance for back-to-back possessions here after ending the first half with a field goal. So.
Just a quick update over in goals. Honolulu just scored in the beginning of the third period to go up 3-1 with 17 minutes left. I'm sorry, in the second period. 17 minutes left in the second.
High-scoring game there. Oh, the option does not fool anybody. Not the first play they were looking for. Guess who it is? Greg Babineau again. He's having a whale of a game.
Look at that, 4 TFLs.
Yeah, on 5 tackles. And
oh, yeah.
Dave's going to get some more whiskey.
Uh-oh. Drunk Dave is here.
Yay. We only have 2 games tonight. He'll be all right. Fox I went with a little rush up the middle. Got him a little breathing room. It sets up a 3rd and 9.
Yeah, these plays have been trouble for Auburn tonight. As you saw, they're 1 of 6 on 3rd down. That is rough.
Well, it seems like the defensive line is just caving in the offensive line every play. She doesn't have time.
Oh, no, Gavin.
She doesn't have time. The defensive line is just caving the offensive line in on every play.
Yep, it doesn't help when your wide receiver pulls a Racey McMath either.
Yeah. I almost think she threw him there because that's all the time she had. Wyndham Sink, he's just a smooth punt returner, always has been.
Got a prediction in the chat. Who wins the Iron Bowl?
Oh, and you have a 7-point lead right now.
Oh, yeah, it's a close game.
Yeah. Wow, Darian got just behind the two linebackers, it looked like.
Yeah, that was a pretty tight window there.
Yes, it was.
I don't think that's something we see very often, Darian getting in on the pass game.
In the middle? No, usually on swings or screens.
Right. Oh, that's a nice hole there.
Nice
Look at this
run. Nice run.
He's over there. Whoop. Now he's over there. Whoop.
That's the kind of play that helps you win a closeout game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the second very solid run by him. He's had a number of those kind of 6 to 8 yard runs, but he's had those 2 runs of 15 plus that have stuck out for him.
One thing I have noticed, they're not in that hurry up offense, running a high volume of no huddle plays, and he's not getting injured as much.
No, and I don't think either of these teams are.
Right.
So yeah, he's not getting injured as much, which of course helps them because they can use all the running game help and they can get.
Yeah, all 4 quarters. There's another big hole, and it's paying off in this third quarter, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, those big men up front, they are putting in some serious work. Yep. Look at that, 7 yards a carry. How about that for Connor Darian? That's I don't know what his high on the season is, but
gotta be close.
That might be close, yeah.
Oh, another Racey McMath.
Did it again, man.
We got some people vying for the Racey McMath award.
Imagine if that's actually an award.
Honolulu just went up 4-1 over Vegas.
Yeah, we did the prediction.
He did it. Wow.
Yeah, someone put in some serious points. Oh yeah, it's 15K on each side.
Wow.
It's who? Yeah,
who's going to win?
Who wins the Iron Bowl?
15K. Wow.
Yeah. And
I've been on a losing streak. I stayed out.
And there's 3 total people that have bet points, so everyone's putting like 10K in. Oh boy.
Defense. That defense has done it all night.
Yep.
Nice play. Little Day. Nice play.
Yeah.
Just ran it better than plans.
That was just a combination of a great play by Lil Day and just a not very good decision by Pink Mesa at all.
Yep. Here come the interceptions. We're up to 3 now. He doesn't do as well running outside. He had those huge lanes up the middle.
I will say on that play right there, that was a really clutch tackle by Twin Screw because Darian he definitely had an edge over there and he may have gotten in the end zone.
Uh-oh.
It's corner out
First
again.
First and goal. Hit him.
Oh, and it's Coochie Man.
Coochie Man. Oh! Well, we might get another view of that one. That's close.
I don't know. I thought it was at the 1.
Yeah. I expected they were going to review that. They didn't. Boom.
No problem.
Vulture
Trey
touchdown.
upright.
Vulture touchdown. Yep.
Well done.
Woo! Another big drive by Alabama.
Special teams, special plays, special players.
And I mean, really, Auburn just kind of doomed itself there no matter what they did because they started at, like, what, the 20? Something like that. So Alabama was probably getting points no matter what happened there.
Yeah.
But they capitalized on the red zone possession and got 7, which I think that's the second time out of 4 that they've gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, second out of 4.
Yeah.
That was a big touchdown in this game, the way this game had played out so far. If that defensive line getting pushed off the ball on that play, though, they can continue to dominate. They could put this game out pretty soon.
Right, yeah. I think you and I would both agree that Alabama's winning the physicality matchup right now because Fox has really been struggling to find running lanes, and Connor Darian's had seemingly every time he runs the ball up the middle, he's getting 8 or 9 yards.
Covered. Oh,
there's another example of it. Just swarming to the ball.
They had 5 guys defensively on that play. 2 got the pitch quarterback, and 3 were over there at the running back. They were all over it.
Oh, yeah. It's good. It's a good note by Leathers in the chat. Bama looking to avenge their loss in the Season 2 Iron Bowl tonight. If I remember right, that was a comeback thriller won by Auburn.
Screen. Here we go. The screen, King. Not this time. Oh,
I got close.
Number 54 on the tackle at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, Auburn's offense they've just looked all out of sorts tonight.
Yeah.
Emotional damage.
Yeah, they rely a lot on those intermediate and long passes, and they have 1 of them tonight in 2.5 quarters.
Oh, look at this return. Honolulu up 4-2 to begin the third period.
My gosh, 146 yards for this Auburn offense.
I think the Alabama defense has put them in position to where the defense was almost dictating the plays that Auburn's running.
Right.
They're putting them in those bad positions.
Look at this run by Ware.
Nice run.
Oh, my gosh.
1 block. He needed 1 more block.
Oh, my goodness.
You're wasting your time. Forget about it.
Another big play.
Well, I mean, Alabama, they've just, no matter what they do, they're finding some kind of running lane somewhere.
Yeah.
That was probably, if I was a bet man, I'd have to say that I'd bet on that being one of the longer runs by everywhere this season.
I guarantee. Oh, Trey got pulled down in the backfield. Okay, Vince.
That brings up 2nd and 13.
No.
No, he was not upright on that one, Dave.
Hey. Wide open.
Wow. Oh, look at, oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah. 19 yards. Wow. A
Just
quiet 50 yards.
Yeah, I mean, really everywhere hasn't done a whole lot so far. I mean, he only has 185 passing yards, something like that. I think he's averaging something around 320 per game.
Yeah, that's a lot of passing yards for this game, not for his normal
That's
stats.
true. That's a good point.
Darian. Vegas just scored to make it 4-3.
Oh, that's a little barn burner going on in goals there.
Yeah.
Goals is in playoffs, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Second round. Darian.
Oh, there he goes. Oh, my gosh. I thought he was in.
Oh, Ware kept it.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's that QB draw that they've run like 6 or 7 times so far this game.
He's been a huge weapon running the ball tonight. Huge.
Here he goes again. Too easy.
Wow.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
Special teams, special plays, special players.
Woo!
I'm speechless, Yogi. Just a little bit.
Defense turned it on. The defense
Yeah.
turned it on and kept it all game. All game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, last thing that I would have expected was a blowout by either one of these teams. I mean, obviously, Bama being the number 5 team in the nation, and Auburn, with the season that they've had, of course, it's been a bit of a struggle. But, yeah, I mean, still, last thing I would have expected was a blowout. But here we are.
Yeah, Auburn is capable of scoring 3 quick touchdowns, no doubt.
That is very true.
Not tonight. See, every play.
Oh, my gosh.
Not tonight. Every play, Alabama has got more than enough men to cover whatever Auburn is trying to do. They're dictating the game.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that.
Fox didn't want to have any part of that one. Come on, man. Put me in position to succeed. They got to go 5 wide the rest of the game, pretty much. Oh, what a play.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my God.
Just bowled through the O-lineman.
Smash Jackson. Wow. I think even the AI has a sack now. That defense was ready for this game.
Yes, they were.
3rd and 21.
Oh, and it's another screen. It's another screen.
Oh, no. Guess who?
Oh,
Guess
my
who?
gosh.
We're starting all over with twos now.
Oh, yeah.
Thompson gets one. His second.
Well, I'm not sure what the longest 4th down we've had this year, but 4th and 30 has got to be up there.
Not something you prepare for every week.
No,
At this point, you're hoping your punt ends up being more than what your first down would have been.
Right.
Wow, nice kick. Darian. Oh,
I think that's Sink, yeah.
Yeah, I knew. I keep getting those 2 names flip-flopped. I
Well,
know it's Sink.
Bama's about, 6 yards out of field goal range already?
Yeah, which would make it a 4-score game. And they would take it gladly. Oh, good decision there.
Yeah, they were coming real quick on him.
Didn't have any hot routes. It looked like everybody was in a real pattern.
Yeah.
4 wide. They've run that a lot tonight.
Yeah, I think typically it's 3 by 1, but this time they're going 2 by 2.
Yeah.
And for him.
Sink. Another big play.
I think that's the other surprising thing about this game for me is that there's not been one of those long passes where someone is wide open way down the field.
Right. 10 yards behind the
Bama's just beating them up play after play.
Cunningham for Alabama is out for the game. I missed that. Rick Steiner with his 4th tackle.
I think I caught the end of that announcement for Bama. I think he's a defender, if I remember correctly. I'm not 100% sure. Like a DB or something.
There's their bread and butter up the middle. Sets up a 3rd and 10. They're in field goal range. They're kind of protecting that right at this point. It's a big field goal.
Right, yeah. I mean, they don't need to do anything crazy, of course, right here.
And they come out in 3 by 2. Oh!
Is he going to get it?
Oh, no!
Oh, gosh, just short.
Shut down. Nice hit.
Denied.
It's Darian again sneaking out of the backfield.
Special players.
That was probably Twin Screw that stopped that play, if I had to bet.
Yeah, that would not surprise me.
Yeah.
Well, Yogi, I don't know about you. I'm about ready to start calling this officially an ass whooping.
Yeah, pretty much. So far, that defense whipped their ass.
Ooh,
nice return. Gavin, he can't get involved in the passing game. Well, hell, I'll return the ball.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think Auburn's going to get at least 1 touchdown tonight. But it's just It's a real dire situation for them right now. I'm not 100% sure if they're going to be able to come back and win this one, but I mean, hey, we've seen crazier things. I mean, we just saw UNLV come back down 27 or something last week, tie the game.
Yeah. So a win like this against the team you should beat, what does that do to Alabama in a Cape MPR rating?
Well, since it's not really considered an upset, they wouldn't go up by a ton, but considering that it's a blowout, that does play into it.
Yeah, right. All right. And here we start the fourth quarter.
Oh, yeah. Get your AACL approved emojis. You got the eggplants, corn cobs, 69s, fuck Eagles.
No fours.
Yeah, no fours. Yeah, fours for whores. You all know the rules here by now.
There goes Gavin. Short pass.
Winkler, you're a fucking whore.
I think we knew that already, Dave.
That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Michaela, we've been over this.
Alabama's shutting the screen pass down.
Yeah. They've had a couple of good screen passes tonight, but
yeah.
I mean, you run them so often, they're gonna get shut down eventually.
Yeah. They've got to get something going on this drive to even say they were in the Iron Bowl.
Right. I mean, they keep running these like 8-yard out routes, and that is just not going to do it at this point in the game. You have to go down the field like we've seen them do so often.
Is that a I'm
not sure about that one.
I'm not either. Is that in direct relation to switching to the ODU playbook, you think?
I mean, it might be part of it. It might be part of it.
Right.
I know that every playbook is going to have go routes galore, so
yeah.
I mean, it's probably not all of it, but probably at least contributes.
Yeah.
I think the other thing that's contributing in this game that we can both agree on is that Alabama's secondary is playing out of their mind this game.
The whole defense. I mean, that's his 7th catch for 53 yards, Gavin Duke.
Right.
He's usually more downfield. Oh, took the pitch man out.
Yep.
He's still tackling him.
Emotional damage.
4th and 2. I'm guessing they're going to go for it here. They're not going to try a long field goal.
Michaela, to answer your question in the chat, I prefer life, so I'm going to say no comment.
Smart man. Got the first, right up the middle.
That's probably
He's over there.
That's probably the
Now
first.
he's over there.
It's like one of the few decent running lanes that Fox has had tonight.
In the second half, especially.
So Michaela says, I know we've been over this, Dave, but I need Keith's responde. Crazy Canuck, you should have just told him, bro.
I'd say that's blue tent material there. Mel Davis,
That's
first catch of the night.
First catch. That's crazy.
Wow.
I mean, there's your league leader in receiving yards and receiving touchdowns, and he has 1 catch.
Nice run. DJ Williams. 11-yard run up the middle. Honolulu won 6-3 versus Vegas.
Oh, they got a couple late game goals, put it away.
Probably an empty netter.
Something like that.
DJ Williams didn't look so smooth on that play.
No, he didn't.
Little Day with his 5th tackle.
Yeah, I think if they get a touchdown, it's got to come through the air. But
they're going to try to force it.
Yeah, this I form does not look like a pass formation.
Responde.
Looks like a ODU play to me. And I'm from Virginia.
Oh, that's right. ODU's in Virginia.
Yeah.
Oh. Forgot about that.
That's where what's his name, the little quarterback used to play for the Redskins and the Vikings.
Oh, Heineke.
Heineke, yeah. That's where he played.
Oh, there you go. There's
There
a
it
touchdown.
is. Got it to him. Oh, Clancy got it to her.
Woo!
I'll forget every time.
Roar, 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 roar.
Special teams, special plays, special players.
Uh-oh.
I got it.
Came up with it. I thought that one might
He
bounce
got it, and they're like already in field goal range.
J-Rock.
Oh my goodness, dude. That yardage number for Auburn, that just amazes me.
It is amazing. That's how Columbus and Alaska about to drop the puck.
I think
you puck off,
face
Dave.
off.
Drop the puck. Drop the puck.
Columbus,
Drop the puck.
Columbus and Alaska about to puck off.
And it's just time ticking part of the game here, I would believe.
Yep. Well, he was gonna break the tackle, but a few of his
Second
friends
man.
showed up.
Yep. Hey, that's 40 more seconds off the clock.
Wow.
That's all they care about right now.
Darian needs 3 yards to pass the century mark.
He'll probably get his opportunities here.
I imagine he will, yeah.
And he got it. Or almost. He might be at 99. No, he got 3. There you go. Century mark. But
Yeah,
more
so-
importantly, first down.
Right.
Time ticking. Still fighting for yardage. For 1 yard.
What is he at now? 101?
Yeah, 5.6.
Just looking at the stats here, that is his second game over 100 yards this season.
He got hurt. Quite a few of them didn't play the whole game. That
He
caused
has,
some of
yeah.
that. Wow.
Oh boy.
Oh, was that a big mistake? There's your, is that 4th pick of the game? More along towards your average?
Yeah,
Nice
I think
play.
it's 2 apiece now. Is that right?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
That was a dumb pass.
Yeah, I still think it's too little, too late for Auburn. If I'm being honest here, but we'll see. Uh-oh.
There it is. Uh-oh.
Oh
That's
my
Lizzie.
goodness.
Oh, wow. With 3.5 minutes left. Wow.
Well,
Wow.
we've been waiting for it, Yogi.
Yep, there it was.
Oh my gosh.
Roar, 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 roar.
It's like they took 3.6
Yep.
quarters to
Go, champ!
set that play up.
Special
Oh, yeah.
teams, special plays, special players.
Yeah, so just looking at the stats here, 80 yards for
Yeah.
Krista Schlizzy on that play. That is the longest pass play by Auburn this season.
Another onside kick. And I think we have it. Yep.
Oh boy,
Oh.
look at this.
One more. One more busted out of a tackle. He might have turned that corner.
Yep.
Good hands, though. That's going to eat some more. I don't think we'll see Ware throw another pass.
I wouldn't be surprised if he does. I mean, he shouldn't.
Be a lot of.
He shouldn't, but I wouldn't be surprised if he does.
I know the way they run. I think you'll see Darian and Trey upright.
Yeah, I mean, especially now that they're pretty much right on the verge of field goal range, I think now they're really going to start slowing it down. And it's
Got
first
it
down.
first.
There you go.
That's all that matters.
Oh, no.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Yep, but Trey upright should be resting, ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Connor Darien finishing with 112. Yeah, it's his second best number on the season.
Yep. And about his fifth or sixth injury.
Yeah. Picked a good time for second game over 100 this season.
Yeah, big time for it. Went well with that defense. A good running game and a good defense will win you a lot of games.
Oh, yeah.
And there's option B.
And there's first down.
Where?
Yeah, pretty much puts the game away. I don't know about you, Yogi.
I think so. I think
it probably does.
Yeah. Ware has been a big difference in this game. And there he goes throwing.
Oh, he is passing.
Wow. Get rid of it or run. There you go.
Oh, okay, there you go.
And stay in bounds.
Yeah, made the right call there in the end.
Oh, yeah. Got 5. Sets up 2nd and 5. Inside the AACL red zone, brought to you by Mr. B Collectibles.
Well, there it is.
Yep, there's Trey rested.
Well, the game wasn't over already. I think it's pretty safe to say it is now.
Look to see if they run the score up or just milk the clock. I don't know which they'll do.
I kind of like it when teams run up the score, if I'm being honest.
He got a yard, but more importantly, he stayed in bounds.
Right. Yeah, I mean, they only need to snap it.
Twin screw with his
one more time.
Out for a gain. Connor Darien. Yep, shouldn't have to snap it again.
No.
Wow, what a game.
Yeah, that was... I did not see just pure domination by one team coming. That was just about the last thing I would have expected coming out of a game like this.
That's the most dominating 13-point win I've seen in quite a while.
Oh, yeah, I would 100% agree. I mean, Auburn, 268 total yards. I believe that would be somewhere in the bottom 3 of total yards by a team in a game this season in the league.
And that was with the 80-yarder to Shalizzi. So
right, that was with the 80-yarder.
A third of their offense in one play.
Just amazing, man.
Yeah, great job by the defense.
And I have to say, there really wasn't anything special that Alabama did. I mean, they only had one or two pass plays over 15 yards.
Yeah, it was just more runs. It was more runs, Darien.
It was just running Darien up the middle.
Yeah.
Which
their defense set them up for that.
Right, they did. Yeah, it's a hell of a lot easier to keep running the ball whenever your defense is playing good, seemingly.
Yeah, they go hand in hand well together.
Yeah.
Wrap up individual stats for you to use.
And Dave, don't forget to show the players of the game this week.
Oh, that's a new reminder. Brought to you by North County Wine Company. And that should do it for us. Wow. Alabama goes to 10-5, cements their spot in the playoff. Guaranteed at this point, I would believe.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that they're a lock for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Now for Auburn. Yeah, that was a great catch by J-Rock. And now for Auburn, I mean, it's a waiting game. You just see what Ohio State and Notre Dame do.
They're on the verge of looking at the toilet bowl. They are.
Right. Yeah, that's the negative of going first in a situation like this.
Oh, Trey Upright looks like he might be bigger than Derrick Henry.
We got a kicker player of the game.
Oh, no.
Well,
he dictated the score for quite a while.
Yeah, I mean.
He did.
4 field goals. What is that, 12 points?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. To me, I'd probably give it to Connor Darien, honestly.
I'd give it to the defense.
I'm gonna say Connor Darien because it was one of his best performances of the season. He was by far the most consistent player on the field for Alabama. I don't think he got in the end zone, but in a game like this, I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of end zone trips, so you can get away with a stat line like that. But yeah, I mean, I think he really stepped up tonight when he needed to for his team, and as a result, I mean, Bama just ran away with this thing early, and then it was just a stat pad contest the rest of the way for Auburn.
Yeah, I got to give the game ball to that defense from Auburn. I said it all game. They were just tremendous.
You mean Bama, I'm assuming?
I said, yeah, I meant Bama, not Auburn.
Right, yeah.
No, Auburn's defense wasn't there.
No. Wow, look at that. 31 rushing yards for Auburn.
Yeah. Yeah. It was all late game passing.
Yeah, just unreal. Yeah, and of course the big 20-point third quarter by Bama.
Yeah.
Just helped to run away with this game. And yeah, there you go. Time of possession is 20-12, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, just across the board.
Yeah, across the board.
Across the board domination.
Little Day. 2 interceptions. I couldn't see it on the first one. I wondered if that was him twice. It was. That's a good game. Very good game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a very solid game by him. I mean, there's a lot of solid performances, I think, on Bama. I think 2 others that come to mind are Shane Thompson and Drake Babineau.
Babineau, yes.
Oh, yeah, they both are tripping him. But, yeah, I definitely would agree with the game. The Little Day had the standout performance among everyone.
Yep. And I agree with – I know Krista Shalizzi was about the only bright spot for Auburn on the offense.
Right.
So I'd have to give it to her.
Yeah, I mean – I really am surprised that someone like Mel Davis didn't make more of an impact. I mean, he only had I think he only had the 1 catch, didn't he?
5 yards. Yeah.
My gosh. I mean, just.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
They took him away. They took him out of the game.
Oh, yeah.
You have to give that to the defense.
Right. And I mean, like you were saying earlier, Yogi, it's at a point in the season where, I mean, you've seen enough of these performances by these teams where you kind of know what to expect. And something that I highlighted in the show earlier was that these 2 teams are remarkably similar. I mean, they're almost mirror images of each other. And so, I mean, that doesn't surprise me that they both knew what to expect going into this game. And sure enough, it was a defensive slugfest to begin. And then Bama ended up pulling away with it, which I think in hindsight, that makes a lot of sense that Bama would be the team to kind of pull away at the end, opposed to Auburn. I mean, we know that Pink Lisa's had her struggles with interceptions, and of course, everywhere threw a couple tonight too. But yeah, I mean, just in general, Bama's been more consistent as of late, and man, they sure as hell showed up tonight, ready to play.
That defense just shut her down, and I think they tired them out by just continually running Darien up the middle. That was the difference in the game, was the running attack, 31 yards versus 100 plus.
100% would agree.
All right, we got to throw it down to the next crew coming in here for this next game. Nice working with you, Keith. Enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah, it's always fun to work with you, Yogi.
All right, Yogi, Keith, thank you for the call. Appreciate it. Clams on the 1s and 2s. That brings up our nightcap game here in week 15, rivalry week, night 1, I should say. And let me just say a little something. With that Auburn loss, that means if Ohio State wins here, then they will not go to the toilet bowl. If they lose, there's still a chance they will go to the toilet bowl. And with the Auburn loss, regardless of what happens to Ohio State, that Notre Dame-Miami game will be flexed to the 8:30 prime time game, because even if Ohio State wins here, it'll come down to Notre Dame's victory. Even if Ohio State loses here, it's going to come down to the other game. The only way that the Notre Dame game would not have been important is if both Auburn and Ohio State had won, and that obviously would not be the case. So that's the deal for tomorrow night. I will make that announcement again here at the end of the night. But in the meantime, let's go to our next game. It is Ohio State playing for their toilet bowl lives, if you will. Penn State fighting for a number 1 seed, depending on what happens with UNLV later in the week. But both teams sitting at 11-3. UNLV holding the tiebreaker as of right now. So we'll see how all of that goes down. Let me bring in your play-by-play man for Ohio State at Penn State, the rivalry game that has garnered most of the attention there in the School Hype channel in the AACL Discord. Benji Matson, this has already been a little testy, a little fiery, if you will, in the chat, so I don't expect it to be any less than that here on the field. How are you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm good, Dave. How are you?
I'm doing outstanding, bro. I am doing
That's great.
Do you have a sidekick tonight? Is that going to be Gunny by any chance?
I think so.
Gunny, are you in the house?
Yeah, he's even unmuted too.
Imagine that, being unmuted. Gunny, how are you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm good. I'm a little disappointed. This first game I've had without Benji, without him playing the game before his broadcast. I don't know what to get out of the broadcast tonight.
I think he took this game on purpose this week, Gunny, after what happened before. Although last week he was great, right?
Yeah, last week he won.
Yeah. That doesn't happen, though, Benji. Most of the time you're pretty disappointed on the broadcast, just saying.
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are. All right. Benji, Gunny, I'm going to let you guys take this away. I need a couple minutes to get ready while you talk about this game. I'll let you know when I'm ready, so take it away.
What? All right. What?
I guess I'm not here. Okay.
Hello, Michaela.
Hi.
How are you?
Michaela, are you on the ones and twos for this game?
Yeah.
Okay. And on the ones and twos.
She's so excited.
The Wheels of Steel, DJ M4K in the house. Michaela, how are you doing this fine evening?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just a little bored, though.
That's kind of what I figured. All right, Benji, take it away, buddy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. It's Tuesday night in the AACL. Nice to see all you lovely people in chat this evening tuning in. We've got the nightcap on tap. Ohio State Buckeyes, not currently ranked, on the road tonight. We get to meet their arch nemesis, the Penn State Nittany Lions, the number one team in the AACL, the Penn State number one Nittany Lions. Holding on to their 11-3 record, still in the hunt for the top finish in the league. I heard you say, Dave, if Penn State and UNLV finish tied, the tiebreaker currently goes to UNLV. Is that correct?
That is correct. If Penn State wins and UNLV loses, then Penn State will get the number one seed.
Gotcha. Penn State has been an excellent team all season. Their 11-3 record speaks to that. Gunny, it's nice to have you in this evening. What do we have in store tonight, Gunny, do you think?
If Nate Hall stays upright all game long and Ryan Davis have a good game, I believe Penn State is going to have a challenge in the rivalry game of Week 15.
Ooh, I hope so. This is setting up to be a good game where these two guys get together. Ohio State, Penn State. It's going to be a battle. We've got Ohio State running the West Virginia offense with the conservative no-huddle tonight and a 4-2-5 defense. And Penn State, number one team in the land, going to run the Houston offense with the conservative no-huddle. And they are also running the 4-2-5 defense. It'll be interesting to see how the defenses adjust to these high-flying offenses. Commissioner Dave, are you ready?
I'm going to unmute myself for a second, and Benji, I'm going to tell you, I was fucking born ready, buddy.
That's what I figured. 39 degrees and clear tonight at Beaver Stadium in Happy Valley. Let's go down to the field. Welcome in one and all. A beautiful evening here at Beaver Stadium, campus of Penn State. Ohio State on the road tonight against Penn State. This heated rivalry has produced great games in the past. My colleague Gunny and Michaela, we hope we're in for a good ride tonight. The captains are on the field. They did that little coin toss. Penn State's going to receive, and we are underway tonight. The number one team in the land, Penn State, receives the ball, and we are underway. Quarterback Guy Clausen's had an outstanding season, and he is guiding this number one team tonight, hopefully on a playoff run as we grow closer to the postseason. But here on first down, he has to airmail it. Commissioner, there's something on screen. There's
we've been streaming the goals playoffs. Alaska is up 2-1 over Columbus early third period.
Oh, that's hockey. Got it. I've heard of it.
You should make a player.
We've got sticks. First and 10 for the Nittany Lions. Pass across the middle by quarterback Guy Clausen is completed to Max Knight. Good for 16 yards and a Penn State first down. Thank you to Gunny, who subscribed at level tier 2. Is that correct? Gunny has been a subscriber for 45 months. That's amazing. Thank you, Gunny.
It could have been longer, but I think Dave's took breaks here and there, so it might be 48.
Thank you for your continued. Thank you for your patronage.
Emotional damage.
Thank you for your patronage.
And ladies and gentlemen, also, if you will notice, we have our first poll of the game up. Who will lead at the half? Nuts, Lions, Tigray. Tigray.
Where? Oh, the other one was me completing. Yeah.
First and 10 for Penn State. They are already knocking on the AACL red zone. They're going to get in there now. Cam Sullivan-Brown on the reception. Sets them up on about the 12-yard line. A fast-moving first drive for Penn State. 1 minute now off the clock. Ooh. And Guy Clausen zings it to Max Knight across the middle, wide open, and he takes this one in for a Penn State touchdown!
Yeah! Special teams! Special players!
I have to. There's 4 sounds now in a row instead of the 3, and so now it's like everything is moved.
Oh my gosh, Michaela, I am so sorry to hear that. There are 4 sounds now in a row instead of 3. You're doing a great job. Doing a great job. We really appreciate you. No one really wants to hear me talk all game long anyway, so I think Michaela's steals the show.
What was the one sound you hated?
One sound I hated. that was like I think that was a previous Kansas Jayhawks sound, or.
But I got rid of it.
Yeah, I was like, Kansas Jayhawks, something like that. Anyway,
I don't think it's exactly how that went, Benji.
Let's see, everyone, what Ohio State can do. This is their first opportunity with the ball. 3rd and 5 here already. Nate Hall connects with Jalen Washington, but he's going to be short. Steps out of bounds, can't turn the ball upfield, and just like that, Ohio State's got a punt, first punt of the game. We haven't even burned 2 minutes of the first quarter yet.
Dave, you're showing the broadcast. Okay.
And here after the return, Chris CGQ on that return is going to set him up at about the 39-yard line. There's been a lot of Penn State action here in the first 2 minutes of the first quarter. They are set now on their second possession. Guy Clausen's going to throw. Got a man wide open. Cam Sullivan-Brown again. Gunny early on here. Penn State is getting yards in chunks.
Yes, sir. I'm thinking Penn State's going to have more touchdowns in the first quarter than Alabama and Auburn had all in the first half of the first game of the night. Penn State is looking sharp.
They are looking sharp at the moment. Both teams will remind you are playing the same defense. 4-2-5. Oh, is that intercepted?
Almost.
Oh, I thought it was for 1 second. Guy Clausen threw that one into traffic. And Ohio State could not reel it in. Does set up 2nd and 10. Guy's going to be out of the shotgun tonight. And here's another dart across the middle. This is the same play, perhaps, that they scored. Max Knight across the middle. They connect again, already 42 yards. 3 receptions for Max Knight. 1st and 10 for Guy Clausen and these Nittany Lions. Here's the little dump out to Blitzkrieg. Doesn't get any yards on it, but it looks pretty.
And is it true if Ohio State loses this game, they are still safe from toilet bowl contention?
In a few seconds, Gunny, the commissioner will come on and talk about the toilets.
That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
He's just gathering his thoughts. 3rd and 2. Penn State almost in the red zone. Plenty of time to throw this one, and across the middle again, Isaac Lutz is the recipient here. This guy, Clausen. Dot. More dots.
More dots. Benji, sorry, I was responding to a DM. Gunny, answer your question. Here's the deal. With the Auburn loss, if Ohio State wins, then everything's going to come down to the Notre Dame-Miami game. If Notre Dame wins on Wednesday, go ahead, Benji.
Oh, Scurvy Dog. I see what's going on now. I wasn't paying any attention. Scurvy Dog caught that thing. He reeled it in. He was in the end zone, which means that is a Penn State Nittany Lion touchdown!
Special teams, special plays, special players.
So I'll put it this way.
What the dog doing?
Notre Dame has the tiebreaker over both Ohio State and Auburn. So let's say if Ohio State loses this game and Notre Dame wins, all 3 of them are tied. Notre Dame gets kind of promoted, if you will, out of that situation because they swept Auburn and Ohio State. Then we go down to head-to-head between Ohio State and Auburn won, so Ohio State would go into the toilet bowl. If Ohio State wins tonight, they are safe from the toilet bowl. It's confusing and shit.
That's
Ohio
why
State
you're the
wins.
commissioner.
Yeah. That's why you pay yourself the big bucks.
By the way, Benji, I also want to...
We get paid?
Quick announcement. No, I get paid. A quick announcement. That game has now been flexed into the 8:30 position. Notre Dame at Miami and UNLV Virginia Tech will be the late game tomorrow night.
We look forward to a full slate of AACL action on Wednesday night. We got hopefully a good game here brewing. Ohio State, their second possession. They've picked up a first down, their first down of the game. And Gunny I'm sure they do not want to get down any further this early in the game to this strong Penn State team.
Agreed. Nate Hall needs to take care of the ball and get some first downs.
More first downs. Got
Any
four
first
wide
down will,
receivers.
any first down will do for now.
Throw more dots, more dots, more dots. Come on, more dots.
More dots, Nate. Nate, throw more dots. That one was just a little bit behind his receiver. Does set up a 3rd and 10. 4 wide again here in the formation for Ohio State. Nate Hall drops back. He's got time, but he has to go short. Michael Jenkins makes the catch, but it goes 0 yards.
Emotional damage.
Really interesting, Gunny. Again, both teams playing the same defense, but right now, Penn State is finding a lot of passing room, I guess, in the middle of that 4-2-5 of Ohio State's. But flip the coin right now. Penn State's playing really good defense, not letting Ohio State get their passing game on track. We'll have to continue to watch that battle. That's pretty okay. Now here in the first quarter, Penn State's in danger of going up another score. This is a long bomb. Woo, is that Chris CGQ? It is wide open from Guy Clausen, ladies and gentlemen. That is another Penn State.
Touchdown!
So Benji, let me jump in real quick. Or after this, go ahead. Okay.
Special teams, special plays, special players.
So I said if Ohio State lost and Notre Dame won, what the situation would be. If Notre Dame loses on Wednesday, they're automatically in the toilet bowl. Notre Dame must win on Wednesday to force tiebreakers with Auburn and Ohio State.
Who won between the Ohio State and Auburn? Who won the Ohio State-Auburn game?
I think I thought I said that earlier. Auburn has the tiebreaker over Ohio State.
It was not possibly the same.
Still 2 minutes and 50 seconds in the first quarter. If you are tuning in, that score is correct. Penn State is out fast tonight at home. 21-0 over Ohio State. And at the moment, this Penn State defense has got the Buckeyes cross-eyed. I'm not sure how to explain what's going on here, but they are not finding any room in the passing game downfield. Nate Hall is having to keep everything short. Meanwhile, the running game is not getting on track yet for Ohio State. We got 3rd and 13, and Nate Hall is going to go down, sacked.
Emotional damage.
Squibbles. Brings the pressure from the outside. Does not get blocked. Nate Hall goes down. They're going to have to punt again. Is it too early for halftime? Ohio State's thinking.
No, they should call halftime at the 2-minute warning. Yes.
We're looking for a spark. Ohio State is. They're hoping their defense can turn it up here. Chris EGQ scored on a long bomb on that pass drive, and look at this. Penn State starting this drive in Ohio State territory.
And they haven't even used blitzkrieg much at all yet.
I thought that play was going to be disastrous for Ohio State when their tackler ran right by Guy Clausen and didn't make the tackle. But that play just got strung out for no gain there. 2nd and 11.
Wait, hang on. I see an Anastasia sighting.
Here we go.
Jenkins with the tackle.
Splits Creek, 3rd and 3 after a 9-yard rush. I think they're already in field goal position. A little shocked right now at the way this game has started. Penn State picks up.
Didn't Ohio State have a real good game? They had a good game last week. I know they won. I don't remember what the score was, but they had a good game last week.
Yeah, they have not started well in this one here. Guy Clausen going for it all.
Another.
Wow.
2 early scores. That is Chris CGQ back to back. Penn State.
Special teams, special plays, special players.
Gunny, Ohio State beat Iowa 37-27 last week.
Yeah, this game is reminding me of an earlier game this season when Penn State was actually on the losing end to the Kansas Jayhawks.
Oh, I was going to ask who the team was.
Yeah, but they are.
How does your week 2 game go, Benji?
Excuse me. And we're back to action here. Oh, here we go. Nate Hall, first big play of the game for Ohio State. He keeps it, does it all himself, gets 22 yards here.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
That's a great decision by the captain there. No one open downfield, and he's tired of not getting anything going in the passing game. He took this one on himself. And
You don't want to talk about week 2, Benji?
I don't remember. I don't recall, Senator.
Michaela, are you the soundboard person?
Yeah.
Well, shut the fuck up.
Fine. Okay.
First down.
I'm just fucking kidding, but I couldn't resist. That was too fucking funny.
Ohio State's got a drive going here, and they need to.
Number 9 makes the catch.
Michaela bounce.
That's good for a gain of 16 yards.
Wow.
First
Is that a
down.
sound effect? I get it. That's great. All right,
What
Gunny.
was it McGuire always said in the Senate? He said, I don't remember, I don't recall.
I'm sorry, Senator. I have no recollection. Senator.
That's what I hear Benji doing. I don't know. I don't remember anything about week 2, either won or lost.
Loss of 8 yards on the play. That'll make it second.
All right.
Ooh,
This
Nate,
looks like
you gotta
that.
throw the ball.
That is the same.
damage.
That's the same
Hey Nate,
blitz.
it's your last game. Don't get hurt on your last game.
Yeah, 2nd and 18 here for Ohio State. Trips to the top of your screen. Got to go downfield. He's going to keep it. Does get some positive yards here.
Field goal range.
So that's up a 3rd and 13 as the clock ticks down.
Wow.
And just like that, we've reached the end of the first quarter. 28-0 is the score after 1 here. Penn State. Ghost ball. All right. Big down here for Ohio State. They got a 3rd and long. Nate Hall drops back. He's got pressure. Is he going to be able to get rid of this thing?
Oh, almost an interception.
Lots of times we see good things happen when the quarterback can stand in there and avoid that rush, but he was not able to connect. Ohio State has to kick the field goal.
Special teams, special plays, special players.
28-3 is your score. As we see the replay there of the kick. So Ohio State's able to put some points on the board, but they're going to have to get busy now on defense. Penn State is unstoppable at the moment. This is a good return by Chris CGQ. The early dark horse for player of the game, perhaps.
Right now it's between CGQ with his 2 touchdown receptions, and Guy Clausen has already thrown 4 passes to the end zone.
It feels like Guy Clausen's already thrown 17 touchdowns in this game. We'll see what they can do on this possession. First down for Guy Clausen. He finds his player wide open down the field, breaks the tackle. Max Knight goes for 43 yards.
Let's go.
Just runs right across the face of the safety. Finds that sweet spot in the zone. That would be a dot from quarterback Guy Clausen. They're almost already in the red zone. First and 10, here's Guy dropping back. Chris CGQ again across the middle. That little route for Penn State's been open or has worked all game long. They've scored twice on it already. And they're just continuing to find space wherever they want to against this Ohio State 4-2-5. Here is that pass up the middle again. Max Knight's already scored on that same play, and they do it again. That is another Penn State.
Special teams, special plays, special players.
I don't know what Ohio State needs to do on defense besides try and start playing 12 people back there. Penn State is just on a roll tonight. The number 1 team in the land, Penn State, is on a roll tonight. They are looking fierce as they wrap up this AACL regular season. Ohio State has the ball again. They were able to drive down the field, had to kick a field goal, but maybe this Ohio State's offense is starting to find a little rhythm here. It's been quarterback Nate Hall using his legs early in the downs to make something happen. They just have to avoid 3rd and long. And here on 2nd down, they've got to airmail it. 3rd and 6 is much easier than 3rd and 13 or 3rd and 18. Ohio State needs to pick the right play here to pick up this 1st down. Nate Hall's got pressure. He better look out, and he is sacked. Going down again. 8-yard loss. That's Jesse Lukita.
Emotional damage.
Ooh. They have got to punt this one away.
He's already sent me a text calling the game. Cameron. Special K. Kennedy. Whatever K name you want.
Special K. Calling it for Ohio State. Penn State's got the ball again. This time they're going to give up the middle. Penn State's tired of throwing the ball 25 yards a pop. They're going to try something different now.
Yeah, Penn State has completely shut down Ryan Davis. Ohio State can't run the ball anymore. They need to pass, and pass even more.
Here's a 2nd straight running attempt. They're going to pick up the 1st down here. I always think it's interesting in these games when 2 teams are playing the same defense. One seems to have all the right moves. The other is like they're just not even on the field. It's just really interesting.
Hey Benji, let me jump in just for 1 second. We discussed on the AACL Tonight Show that we could not name a single Ohio State receiver. That the entire Ohio State offense revolves around Nate Hall and Ryan Davis. If you stop them from running, you pretty much stop Ohio State, and it seems like that's what's happening here tonight.
Yeah, at the moment, Penn State's just got. Yeah, Penn State just has
Max Knight
Ohio
hobbling
State's
off
number.
the field.
No question about it. I am ready to get hurt again.
Already scored a few touchdowns tonight. They're content to run it still on this drive. Does set up 1st and goal on the 9 for Penn State. Threatening to put 40 points on the board. We still have half of the second quarter to go.
You thinking what I'm thinking, partner? Aim for the bushes.
Here's the give. Like a knife through hot butter. Novocaine. Ohio State had 5 guys. They could not bring Novocaine down. 9 yards on that carry, and it is now on the goal line. Got Guy Clausen says, it's Guy Clausen time. Does not get in. Moral victory, I guess. Oh no, are they going for it? Penn State is going for it on 4th.
They're just rubbing it in.
Guy Clausen's a fumble.
Fumble.
Run that back. Run that back. Interesting. Penn State decides to go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. And Guy Clausen commits the turnover. Very interesting.
Over on goals, Copenhagen up 1-0 over Rome beginning of the second period.
Injury update. Max Knight pulled hamstring, out for 3 weeks.
Wow.
I mean, he got his stats in for tonight.
Yeah, he had over 100 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns halfway through the second quarter.
Ooh, Nate Hall gets that ball out of there just before he's tackled. Ryan Davis makes a great play. Single-handedly dismisses the defender and gets the 1st down. Wow.
Oh, and to respond to the commissioner's comment earlier about the Ohio State wide receivers, I believe Michael Jenkins has been the most productive receiver from them tonight. Maybe Jalen Washington as well.
Jalen Washington, 4 receptions to 28
yards
what you, so far.
Just something to watch tonight during stats time.
2nd and 7. Oh, look at this blitz. Oh, Nate Hall gets rid of it. Oh, no, interception. Penn State steps in front of that Nate Hall pass.
The Lord yeeteth and the Lord yoinketh away.
Jonathan Sutherland comes away with that strong safety, just steps right in front of that pass. Nate Hall has just been pressured all night long. 2nd turnover for Ohio State. Claus is going to run the option here. He's dangling that ball out there.
Emotional damage.
Got to be careful. Got to tuck that thing away. Pitch it, me. I like it, Guy. 2nd and 10. Two receivers in that area, kind of like running a mesh. Could have thrown it to either one. Decides to make the more difficult pass.
Yeah, it looks like TJ Jones has stepped up in the place of Max Knight.
Clausen, a little rollout. Oh, dishes it. Coming in hot. That's Camp Sullivan Brown. And that is another Penn State.
Special teams, special plays, special players.
Now, this reminds me, I think it was maybe just last week when a team playing the #1 team in the country jumped out to a huge first half lead. Only to have that team come storming back. I don't know if 39 points is a big enough lead.
Whatever happens for one team in the first half can happen for the other team in the second half.
That's what Nate Hall's thinking right now. I mean, if they get a touchdown here, they're only down 32 points.
So
Only.
Benji, that game was 23-3 at the half, by Kansas, but you were up 30-3 in the third quarter before UNLV came back and forced overtime. So you were up 27 points.
Yeah, it's just like this one.
Sure.
Not really. Except well, if Ohio State's going to have any chance of making a big comeback in this one, they've got to punch this one in for a touchdown at the end of this half. 2nd and 3. Nate Hall completes it across the middle. Ty Bird reels that one in. Across the 2-minute threshold here. Ohio State's driving. Got all 3 of their timeouts. And Penn State received the ball to start this game. So let's play the what if game. What if Ohio State can put a touchdown on the board here and do something with their opening drive of the second half? Let's put 14 points on the board here real fast. Could it make things interesting? Do we have a Buckeye down? Second and 4.
It's hard. Hopefully he can walk.
Gotta get rid of it. Sets up 3rd and 4. Don't think they're in field goal range on 35. Maybe they are. They really want to try and pick up this first down here. 4 wide receivers, doubles for Nate Hall. Here comes that rush again, and he's gonna go down.
Emotional damage.
Wow, that's just unfortunate. They send the halfback Ryan Davis out in a pass pattern, but at some point, you've got to be able to identify that blitz and maybe adjust your protection, keep that halfback in, because these Penn State blitzes on 3rd down, I think, have ended at least 3 Ohio State drives in this first half, and they're going to have to punt. Right, and they're just sitting on this one, trying to melt as much of this clock as they can. And the punt is away.
36-yard punt. Out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
349 passing yards in the first half by Penn State.
Jesus Christ. Why we didn't play this Penn State when we played them?
Yeah, no doubt. I'm glad we beat them when we did.
I mean, so did we, so.
Yeah, we were lucky is what I'm saying. Good thing we beat them when we did. Because now they're unstoppable. The seconds are ticking away here. First half.
They're gonna Hail Mary it? No.
They do not. Takes us to the end of the first half. 42-3 is your score. Wow. Gunny, I don't know quite what to say at the moment about this game. Penn State looks incredible, and poor Ohio State is just in the way tonight, it seems. Penn State's able to do whatever it is they want to, as referenced by their over 300 yards passing alone in the first half. As we look at these stats here, it's just mind-boggling. Ohio State barely has over 100 yards today, including just 14 yards on the ground. A number of sacks have eaten into that, but it's just, these numbers are crazy. Penn State is just, I think Penn State's ready for the postseason.
Yes, sir. The biggest run for Ohio State was a 22-yarder by Nate Hall, but right now the player of the first half is definitely Guy Clausen. He has already tossed the ball for 6 touchdowns through the air. And just remember, last week, Blitzkrieg rushed for over 204 yards in last week's win. This week, he's only got about 30-something yards in this game. So look for him in the second half if Penn State chooses to go to the run game and kind of run the clock out.
Ohio State has their first possession of the second half, and the pressure again. Nate Hall goes down. Keith, if you are in the chat,
He is.
What is the record, single game record for passing touchdowns in the AACL?
In the half.
Oh, in a half. I'm sorry. Kaylee, you should have just asked him.
You started asking him, so I let you do it.
All right,
It's all you, Benji.
1st and 10. Ohio State. Here is their 4 wide again. We're going to set up the screen pass. Ryan Davis has just been held in check. Their All-American halfback has just not been able to get anything going. Keith says the record for whole game is 7. I totally think that's in jeopardy tonight.
Are we at Penn State?
Yes.
Yes.
Number 80 was the intended receiver on the play. 3rd down.
3rd and 12. Ohio State, or Penn State, does not bring the cornerback blitz.
That's a gain of 5 on the play.
But Ohio State cannot convert first down. They are trying the field goal.
50-yarder.
Special teams, special plays, special players.
As we see the replay there. Commissioner, are there any buys in the playoffs, or all teams will be?
Number 13 returns the kick. Kickoff return to 27 yards.
Gotcha. Here are the Guy Clausen highlights. Throwing dots all game long. You get a dot. You get a dot. Everybody gets a dot.
Base dot.
Oh my goodness, the stats are just silly for Guy Clausen. 1st and 10. Penn State out of the shotgun. Here is the give. We might see a lot of this in the second half. 3 gets the carry. 25 passes to 12 rushes in this game for Penn State. Wide open, Chris CGQ. There is no defender within 15 yards.
Ooh. Is it too early to be saying turn out the lights? I think that was Keith.
Well, I did say it when it was 28-3, but now it's getting a little better time to say it, to think it.
Oh, only think it. Oh shit! I forgot to make my prediction thing. Blind, complete.
Another first down here for Penn State.
Longer on the drive. Trying to be.
Will Guy Clausen break the AACL single game touchdown passing record tonight?
I will make that as a different thing.
That's a gain of 8 on the play. That makes it 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2, Penn State. Guy Clausen is going to keep it and run, gets the first down. Look at this. Penn State going 5 wide. Fast, very quick pass here to Cameron Sullivan Brown. Gets 4 yards.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
Don't give up hope. We've seen big comebacks before.
Great
run. Optimist.
Blitzkrieg did not get the memo that Guy Clausen's supposed to be throwing touchdown passes now. But anyway, it's good for Penn State.
Touchdown!
Special teams, special plays, special players.
Roar!
49-6 was not the score on my bingo card tonight for this game.
What was your bingo card scored?
I don't remember.
Just something a lot more even.
9-6. How about that?
Gain of 2 yards. That makes it 2nd and 8.
Ohio
He
State.
said his score was B6 to N49.
Dun. There we go.
Are we pulling out the bingo cards?
Gain of 16 on the play. That makes it 1st and 10.
First and 10 for Ohio State. They'll complete the pass here, but Penn State's has been doing a lot of blitzing tonight out of this 4-2-5. Been really effective. Here comes another one.
Number 14 makes the sack.
Nate Hall is sacked.
That's a loss of 6 yards.
Was there a second half hole put into play?
Yes.
Oh.
And there's also another one for who will win the game.
4 wide for Ohio State. We'll see. Will Penn State bring a blitzer? They do not.
Nice play, Nate.
Reception. Gain of 23 yards.
First down. If you're Ohio State, you just want to keep playing here. Put a few touchdowns on the board here. The game may be out of reach. You still want to put your best foot forward here. What was that, Michaela?
Step pad.
Number 7 on the tackle at the 36-yard line.
Yeah.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Make Keith do more work.
Second and 10.
The pass falls incomplete. Number 37, the intended receiver on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and long.
They just pucked off again earlier. They're pucking again.
Yep, Miami and
Trying to get
Brooklyn
their
about to
playoff.
puck off for the next round, or next game. Sorry.
Yeah, they poked off earlier. They recovered. They're going to puck again.
Jesus Christ.
Sound like a bunch of puckers.
Or the
He's a
two.
pucker.
Another field goal attempt.
Oh, 45-yard field goal.
Special teams, special plays, special players.
I don't have the nuts on board. I'm sorry.
The Ohio State Buckeyes is lined up
49-9.
number 13 back to return.
Comeback starts now.
Ohio State kicks away to Penn State. Oh, this is a
what a
good
run.
return.
There's a flag on the
Here's
field.
CGQ. Oh, flag on the play.
Flipping.
Flag on the play. The ref says, start the game over. Huge penalty. We do.
Still first down.
Clipping is the call.
Mm.
Michaela, what do you think about the 40-point spread in this game?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just a little bored, though.
Hey, there we
Uh-oh.
go. Ohio State's in. That is a fantastic play on
The
defense. Got
Lord
Clausen.
yeeteth, and the Lord yoinketh away.
Makes his first mistake of the game. That, ladies and gentlemen, is an Ohio State Buckeyes.
Special teams, special plays, special players.
Well, here we go.
Hey, does
16-49.
Yeah, does that count as Guy Clausen's 7th touchdown pass?
Sadly, no.
First and 10 for Penn State. Guy Clausen still stuck on 6 touchdown passes. First down, he gets tripped up trying to evade
That is a loss of 2 yards.
the defense there.
That'll bring up 2nd and 12.
It is, I mean, at this point, I think it is the Guy Clausen watch. We have a quarter and 2.5 minutes. See, not that we're advocating for the score to be run up at all, but I think there'd be something special about having Guy Clausen in the record books of the AACL.
Until it gets
touchdown
eventually
passing
broken.
Well, maybe down the road by how it runs it, but
Mm.
we'll see.
Yeah, it'd be in your dreams then.
With the reception, gain of 6 yards. That'll make it 4th and 6.
I did. That was very nice of the however many tiebreakers he needed to win the award for you. That was great. The University of Kansas Jayhawks appreciate it.
You're welcome. I was one of those tiebreakers. I voted for you.
No, thank you. I will not comment on Keith's moist peppermint relish and those results this week.
What did KMPR put Kansas at? It's not too bad, Benji.
Not when he's been at 5 all most of the season. He's a staple at number 5.
I think we're 4. It's okay.
For actual rankings, you're number 4.
Yeah, Tennessee's number 6.
Like we beat the best team in, well, maybe not. Remains to be seen. Didn't go anywhere. 1-2 in a row. Oh, congratulations. What are you, Nebraska? Like the number 1?
KMPR were number 1. Actual rankings were number 3. For the reason why you're not number 4 or number 3, because we beat you.
Come on, Michaela. We beat everyone else.
Yeah, that was before we had our book.
KU is an enigma, so we don't.
So, did we beat Kansas, Michaela?
Yeah, we beat them.
And we beat Penn State?
Yep.
And we barely lost to UNLV in overtime?
Yep.
Yeah, we should be number 1. What the fuck?
Yeah, so why didn't you put us there, Dave? Why didn't you vote for us there?
Because I didn't have all that information.
It's a very easy stats lookup, Dave.
Yeah, I'm not real busy doing anything else for this league.
Why should the commissioner look up stats in his own league? That's why he has people.
Exactly, Gunny. Thank you.
Yeah.
Take that, Michaela.
We should not be talking about how incredible the Jayhawks are. We need to be focusing on this Penn State team. Look at this on the field here.
Oh, wow.
Blitzkrieg.
Nice run by Krieg.
Breaks a big one here. Oh, look at that move. He just cuts and goes up another hole and scampers.
That was a great hustle play by Ron Haynes to trip him up after that 39-yard run.
Seriously, though, Penn State tonight, like, what other team in the AACL is going to stop Penn State on a night like this?
Nebraska.
UNLV and Nebraska both did it.
Well, so did Kansas guys. Okay. But seriously, Penn State looks real good right now. Can we all agree?
I agree. So you're saying Penn State's 3 losses are Kansas, Nebraska, and UNLV? That's not a terrible resume.
All top 5 teams.
Or does it say, Benji, that Penn State can beat up on everybody else except for the top teams?
No, I think Penn State's good. Penn State's good. That's the end of the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen. You know what time it is.
Put your approved AACL emojis in the chat.
And we're back. 8 whole minutes on the clock. If you are just joining us, Guy Clausen has tossed 6 touchdown passes and has the number 1 team in the country on fire tonight in their regular season finale. 49-16 against the visiting Ohio State Buckeyes. And we are in Guy Clausen record watch mode. One more touchdown pass. Oh, will tie the AACL single game record.
Yes, Dirty Dog. They caught that.
No, it was Lutz.
Second
Wanted
and
to play
goal.
sound.
They're going to throw it.
What the dog doing?
Ooh. Incomplete. Of course, Ohio State does not want to see Guy Clausen go down in the record books tonight.
He's throwing. to the
It's gonna
through.
keep it.
So it counts.
Guy Clausen on the quarterback keeper runs it in. That is another Penn State Nittany Lion.
Special teams, special plays, special players.
Oh, you're running it in. Yep, so you ran it in. Nope. If it's Brooke Behringer, then Guy Clausen, please stop. Paging Keith, who has the record.
Which AACL quarterback has the single game passing touchdown?
I'm going to guess that it's Lisa or Marco Swift, I think.
Would be Bullet from when they scored 75 or 70 on Iowa.
They lost that game, so I don't know.
I know. Preseason tournament. I asked Siri when I have something better.
Ooh, interception. Uh-oh.
Interception.
It was Nate Hall, season 2, and Rodney Dangerfield, season 3, share the record.
Oh.
Maybe you should not be shocked and do your homework.
Maybe you should shut your face.
Ooh.
Hey.
Tuesday night in the AACL.
Keith, who did Dangerfield do it against this season? Oh my God. There it is. There's the record.
TJ Jones is on the receiving end of that Guy Clausen dot. And that is another Penn State Nittany Lions.
Touchdown!
Special teams, special plays, special players.
Does he have the record with 7 passing touchdowns now, or is he tied?
No, he just beat it with 8.
Because he had 8 his rushing touchdown.
I mean, he has 7 through the air, 1 on the ground.
He might be breaking. He might have 2 records after this tonight. He might have total touchdowns in a game and passing touchdowns.
And there might be a scoring record this evening as well.
Total points in a game. 8 total touchdowns ties the record as well, tied with Lorenzen earlier this season in the 4 overtime game against Auburn. So he has tied 2 records tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Special K.
Number 16 on the tackle. That's good for a gain of 19 yards.
For Ohio State.
First down.
Do you think the 4 overtime game should have an asterisk with it, though? Maybe, yep. Ooh, nice pass, Nate Hall.
Good to Trent Riviera, 0.6 yards.
At the 23-yard line. First down.
Ohio State's offense has not scored a point yet tonight.
It has been 3 field goals and a defensive score.
That's good. And Ryan Davis, the last time they had to field 7 rushes for a total of 7 yards.
That's a big boy play right there. That is Ryan Davis taking out his frustrations. This is a great play. Breaks a couple tackles on the sideline and takes this one to the house. This is an Ohio State Buckeyes touchdown!
Special teams, special plays, special players.
And the onside kicks have begun here.
Nice to see Ohio
And-
State show up with 5 minutes left in the game.
And Ohio State is able to reel it in.
Number 27 that recovered is the same one that I believe was the interception returner as well.
Nate Hall's going deep. Incomplete.
The intended receiver on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Second and 10. 3rd and 10.
1st and 10. 2nd and 10. 3rd and 10. Ooh, interception.
The Lord yeeteth, and the Lord yoinketh away.
Another interception thrown by Nate Hall. The ball goes back to Penn State. Now, will the coaching staff let Guy Clausen throw this ball, or are they in clock killing mode? Sorry.
Number 33 on the carry. That's a gain of 5 on the play. That brings up 2nd and 5.
123 yards on 12 carries.
Yeah, I think Coach Leathers has the playbook on aggressive, so I think they're going to score some more.
They're trying to send a message here in the AACL.
Actually, Gunny, this is interesting. In addition to all 4 teams tonight playing the 4-2-5 defense, all 4 teams are playing conservative no huddle.
All 4 teams tonight.
Their aggressive conservative rating.
Guy Clausen's going to throw this one. 1st and 10. He's going deep. Oh, man, wide open.
Yeah, 9-yard line.
Oh, here we go. All right, I hope he throws it. Let's go for the record here.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's not a surprise to me. They had nothing to lose. They're already locked in the playoffs.
Their offense was set to 70%.
They're throwing it.
Aggression.
Number 3 with the catch. Gain of 5 on the play. That brings up 2nd and 5.
All right, let's go, Nate. Let's go, Guy. Don't hand it off to Krieg.
2nd and 5. He's going to throw it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh! It's got at least one more attempt here. 4.5 minutes to go. Still half of the 4th quarter to go. Oh, they're going 5 wide.
Yeah, you got 4 wide on the. You got 4
Oh
wide
my
on the left.
goodness! You got to throw it.
It's there.
Oh!
That's a gain of 3 on the play. That'll make it 4
Oh
and 2.
boy! They've got to kick the field goal.
Special teams, special plays, special players.
Roar!
Benji, let me jump in just for a second. Justin Reside says we might be going to Super Duper Toilet Bowl since Auburn beat us in Week 12. That is partially correct. You and your folks over there, your Buckeyes, will be the biggest Miami fans in the world tomorrow night. If Miami beats Notre Dame, then Notre Dame goes to the toilet bowl. If Notre Dame beats Miami, Ohio State goes to the toilet bowl.
Mr. Jayhawk, when is your game this week?
That's a great question. I think, is it Thursday? We're on the road against those pesky Iowa Hawkeyes.
Number
Nittle's back in with about half this fourth quarter to go. As we take a look at the rest of this week's schedule.
You are a primetime game guy.
8:30 on Thursday, and already nervous because Kansas will do Kansas things and lose on Thursday. Yep.
Ooh, oh, that was Navarro.
Question: can you set the aggression level to 100?
Question. Damn. I think they 90.
Should totally do it. Whatever it takes. 80, 85, whatever it takes. 220, 221. We're going to lose anyway at Iowa, so we might as well just go for it. Penn State playing a little defense here. It's about the only thing left.
Let's go, guy calling. 38 yards from 500 through the air.
Oh, wow. There's a good carry by Blitzkrieg. It's 10 yards. They're at midfield. Was he 38 yards away from 500?
Yes, sir.
First and 10. Couple carries here in a row by Blitzkrieg. They might be.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Krieg and Novocaine the rest of the night.
I don't know if Krieg keeps taking the ball, Guy Clausen. It might be Krieg with Offensive Player of the Game.
16 rushes for 100. The quietest 16 for 146 you've ever seen.
He did. He didn't have half those yards in the first half. It's a negative pass play.
4th and 7.
Guy Clausen, you've never been Offensive Player of the Week before? I find that hard to believe.
He is not. Not this season.
Are you just talking this season?
What the dog doing?
It's their second.
Yeah, they punted one earlier in the game.
Who does Nebraska play this week?
Mizzou.
That's
Ohio State's going to get the ball with about 35 seconds left in the game.
It'll play Jeopardy, but they're about to kick it.
Commissioner doesn't think that's enough time for Ohio State to come back.
Touchdown every second.
Last few seconds are ticking off the clock here in Happy Valley tonight. The number one team in the country has left no doubt.
Ryan Davis just got tackled by 3 people. Is that what it takes to get Ryan Davis down now?
Yeah, but he's caught the ball he's caught 10 receptions tonight. He's been catching the ball through the air, but not running much. Let's go, Nate. Get 49 more yards passing. Get up to 300. Maybe one more play, but it looks like maybe not.
This should be they don't have to snap it. But they do. And here, a Ryan Davis carry is going to close this one out.
How fitting, no yards gain on the last play.
Unreal. Good game to Ohio State. Good game to Penn State. This was an unexpected result, I think, tonight. I think we all felt that Penn State had the upper hand tonight, but this was quite the display by the Nittany Lions. 2 receivers over 100 yards. Blitzkrieg almost at 150 yards. Defense played well too. The first half, several sacks. Gonna put that pressure on the Ohio State offense. CGQ is busy in the kicking game. Several good returns.
Ohio State owned the third quarter. They won the third quarter 13-7. If they could have only done that the other 3 quarters. And my guess for players of the game for Ohio State is going to be the kicker with 3 field goals, 45, 45, and 50. And then Ron Haynes with 14 tackles.
And someone had an interception return for a touchdown. Ohio State.
Both of them. Wait, no, Ohio State only had to pick 6.
Yeah, he was number 27. I think his last name was Jenkins, that guy.
Yeah. That is a wrap from Happy Valley tonight. And the Nittany Lions indeed are happy as they close out the regular season on top of the AACL. Just look at your play of the game. A long bomb to Chris CGQ in the first half from Guy Clausen. Unbelievable game for Guy Clausen tonight. For the entire Penn State offense. They had the right game plan tonight. 35 for 43, 458 yards, 8 total touchdowns. Gunny, any closing thoughts on this one?
Penn State looked dominant with that number 1 ranking. They wanted to show the AACL Nation that they were deserving of that top billing going into rivalry week. It's going to be hard to overthrow them going into the postseason as the not being the number 1 ranked team.
Yeah, it's very true. And you never know how seeding might come into play in the postseason because, I mean, what if you're Penn State, that number 1 or number 2 seed might mean, for instance, you get an easier playoff matchup like the Cornhuskers.
No, that'd be you.
And if that could be the difference. I mean, if you look out, if you don't get that number 1 seed, you might have to play a team like the Kansas Jayhawks early in the tournament. You just really you don't know. You want to get that number 1 seed.
They'd be playing you, Benji. Especially after you lose
It's
to
my
Iowa
microphone,
this week.
Michaela. It's my time. This is my time. One thing we can agree on tonight: Penn State good. Penn State good. Here, look at your final stats. Penn State was winning all these categories here. 28 points in the first quarter. 22 first downs. They won the rushing battle. They won the passing battle. 458 yards and 7 touchdowns. Or 6 or 7 touchdowns through the air. Just a dominant performance for Penn State. 66-23 is the final. Your players of the game. For Ohio State, Ray Finkel and his
About to go.
field goals. And Finn Steele with his play from the defensive end position.
Although Finn Steele's gone, she needs to be removed.
Redo the game. Redo.
Yes, she is. Yeah.
Your players of the game for Penn State. Jesse Lokita at the right linebacker spot, 4 tackles, all of them for loss, sack and interception. And Guy Klassen, 35 of 43, 458 yards, 6 carries, 8 total touchdowns. Impressive Penn State victory tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. Gunny, a pleasure as always. Michaela, you're the best. And with that, I think we'll hand it back over to Dave Axis.
Hang on. Keith did make a comment. The two losing teams combined for 53 rushing yards.
Wow. That's kind of insane. Doug Britton, to answer your question, he said if we win and both have 12-3 records, with us having head-to-head win over Penn State, do we get the number 1 seed even if we're not the number 1 team in the nation? That is correct. Once we get down to tiebreakers, seeding does not come into play until it's like a 4th tiebreaker, which I don't anticipate getting to. So seedings will not matter, or should not matter. It'll be very rare. It'll be a 4th tiebreaker amongst a bunch of teams if we get to that far, but I don't think it'll come into play. It's not even coming into play for the toilet bowl situation because of head-to-heads and what have you. So yes, Doug, if you guys win, even if you don't finish as the number 1 ranked team, you would still be the number 1 team for the playoffs due to record and head-to-head. So there you go. Benji and Gunny and Michaela, thank you for the call. Appreciate it. Folks, in case you were just joining us, which would make no fucking sense for you to just jump on at fucking midnight. Oh, shit, I was already on the right one. Penn State takes care of business, solidifies and confirms their number 1 ranking going into rivalry week, like Benji said earlier, 66-23 over Ohio State. Where does that leave Ohio State, you ask? Well, I will tell you. Tomorrow night's primetime game, which is the Notre Dame at Miami game at 8:30 p.m., that game will decide the toilet bowl. Notre Dame, if they win, then Ohio State goes to the toilet bowl. If Ohio State loses, then Ohio State goes to the toilet bowl. Both teams would play Miami, whoever it is. At 7 p.m. tomorrow, you've got Kansas and Syracuse. Florida and Syracuse. Florida trying to move up in that playoff tiebreaker. Syracuse trying to play spoiler. I just told you the 8:30 game, and then at 10 p.m. it'll be UNLV at Virginia Tech with the number 1 seed on the line. That's why we wanted Penn State to play earlier. So if they won, all the pressure would be on the Running Rebels to secure that number 1 seed. So if UNLV wins, they're number 1. If they lose, Penn State is number 1. They're both 1 and 2 no matter what because they're 2 games ahead of everybody. So neither team will fall below seed number 2. So that's a wrap for tonight, folks. Earlier's game, Alabama took care of Auburn 33-20 to finally win a game in that rivalry. Auburn and Alabama will finish that rivalry 2-1 in favor of Auburn. 2 victories last season. Alabama with the victory this season. So that is it. Is my main man Freddie here yet?
You know he is.
Do I know he is, or do you know he is?
Oh, you know he is.
All right, I know he is. All right, Freddie, what's up, man? What about these games? That was a pretty impressive stint from Penn State tonight.
Yeah, it was a very impressive game by Penn State. They really put it on them, the Buckeyes, and I guess they want that number 1 seed.
I guess they do, apparently. So before Freddie sings us off, I want to thank Yogi and Keith and Clams for Game 1, Benji and Gunny and Michaela for Game 2. Appreciate everybody tuning in, including the AACL Tonight Show. If you didn't see the AACL Tonight Show, you should go back and watch it. It's like an hour-and-a-half banger, and there's a lot of information in there about playoffs and seedings and players, potential players of the season and all that shit. So, Freddie, I think that's a wrap, bro. Take us home.
All right, AACL. Let's turn out the light. Night's party's over. They say that all good things must end. We'll call it a night. Dave's party's over. Till tomorrow night where we party down with Dave again. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow night right here on this Twitch channel, 7 p.m. Eastern. Florida and Syracuse, Notre Dame and Miami, and Virginia Tech and UNLV. Have a good night. Stay safe. We'll see you in about, what's 24 minus 5? 19 hours. We'll see you in 19 hours. Good night now.